Night in the Midwest as we bring you football from Paul Brown Stadium in the Queen City, Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, look, some might say that football is a young man's fancy, so to speak, but don't tell that to these two quarterbacks because they come in here with a... It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback out of NC State. It's Phillip Rivers.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here are the Bengals now in great field position to start. So after the INT, it's Brady over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Steelers' 35-yard line.
Let's put that here. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Derwin James on the coverage.
Throwing is Brady on third down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Now a play fake. Brady. That's complete. Okuebuna. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
21-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Jermaine Carter on the stop.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He's going to go up top for the end zone. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Weather like this, always treacherous for kickers. A good sign early, though, as he's able to put that one through.
And you remember him right before the kick stomping around his area to make sure that things were going to hold for his plant foot, and it did.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team. Far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll get this underneath to Madison. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And the win last week, punted 4 times as this one's away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
At their own 18-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
It certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that #1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady, he'll get that complete to Albert O. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Mostert. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
The ball carrier.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 52 yards.
Well, we know they clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm with the run game. Not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
Good coverage that time by Derwin James.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by...
You know I love football. You know I love the game.
I hope so.
But nighttime in December, you know I'm wearing multiple coats. So I just wonder about the guys on the field with all the great gear that they have. Do they have enough on, or do they have too much on? Because sometimes that can affect you trying to carry the ball.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Brings up 2nd.
The numbers for Smith-Schuster in that game last week. 7 catches, 93 yards, and a score.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try again. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Steelers, nothing.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's Rivers. Now they go screen. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Rivers. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Gary on for the field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Levante David in on the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Mostert.
2nd and 5.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. They'll run right side with Mostert. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
From the gun, it's Brady. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
By Josh Uche. It's a loss of 14.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, Brady. And the pressure gets to him again.
Brady sacked. A big loss on the play.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. Up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Here's Brett Kern now to punt this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
To throw again on second down. Rivers hitting Juju on the slant. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Harold Landry, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Rivers able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And he's able to get up here to the 26. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. Uses the stiff arm. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Brady now on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. And he fends him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney. And it'll be a second and long.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started.
We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Adam Vinatieri.
Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Bengals
now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to. And if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Robert Tonyan was the one he was looking for. And it's third down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
An 8-yard.
Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he fields it cleanly. 54-yard punt, 14 on the return, nets him 40. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do in the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Rivers. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And they're going to get to him. That is going to be a safety. Tom Brady taken down to the end zone. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Rivers now from the 50. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day. And I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. And he's giving me the evil eye, folks. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro Stephon Gilmore. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Brady. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
Pass complete to Raheem Mostert. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
On 3rd and 2, Brady. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. Quick slant there gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
56 Mike. 56 is Mike.
On play action, it's Brady. Got a man, it's Tanyan complete. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
56 Mike. 56 right there.
Shotgun now for Brady. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, Brady. That's complete right around the 8. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? This will be caught at about the 6. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Robert Tonyan, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. To return, here's Chris Conley. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
At the 37-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rivers. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And this is going to be incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
The tackle made at the
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
Cincinnati Bengals.
Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
40-yard line.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
On first down, Brady. Over the middle here to Brown.
Brady.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17.
And the Steelers set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Rivers is going to find his running back. It's complete. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They've really been able to contain Alshon Jeffrey. That catch a rare exception in this game.
And that's a feather in their cap because he's such a tone setter for his team on offense that they try and get him the ball early. And, of course, what comes after that is often. And for them to limit him and him not catch a ball until the second half, it's a big reason why his team is behind on the scoreboard.
First down, Rivers. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Calais Campbell in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Rivers. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Man, you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. To try again after the sack. Rivers. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Rivers.
And he'll go down at the 28. Now Rivers. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on fourth down. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll look to throw. And complete right side to Cook. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down.